Friends, in this session, we will discuss the remedies to the trespass to land. So these are all important because as advocates, we have to know the differences, we have to know the remedies also. So first of all, everybody has got if he has got a title over the property, he is deemed to the owner and he has got a right in rem. That means no other person can enjoy his property without his permission. It is a negative right to all the other persons against the owner. If you are the owner of a property, if you are the owner of a house, no others can enter your house without your permission. Same is the case with the land, is it not? Suppose if somebody comes, so he is called a trespasser, is it not? Somebody strays his cattle. The cattle are, of course, the person who drove the cattle, he is called a trespasser. Then what are the remedies? Have we to go to the court and file a case against them? There are other remedies also. Number one, if the trespasser has entered by force, definitely you have got a right of re-entry. You can enter the premises, right of re-entry by hosting the person having the unlawful entry, right? Of course, it should be done through due process of law. But anyway, please remember, in civil cases, protecting the property is the right of the owner or the possessor also. Already I told you, 9/10 of possession is ownership. So you can oust him from your premises through legal means, but not by calling goondas or by attacking him or by trespass and by damaging his property. No, it's not allowed. But there is a remedy. The remedy is re-entry. This is what is called re-entry. This is a remedy, but of course it should be done through due process of law. Right, in this connection, I will give an example. A case law is there. Hemmings versus Golf Club, 1920. Right. So Hemmings was a worker in the golf club. You know, knowing they will be playing so many these golf rounds. It will be way extent of 20 or 27 years. Golf clubs will be there. There will be some boys, big boys. This man is working as a servant. He had been in the employment of the golf club and he was staying in the club. Of course, he was accommodated in a small house, in a small room in the club itself. Right. So this term is expired. That means he was asked to go out. But he refused to vacate the club. Right. So what to do? By use of reasonable force, he was removed. Right. He filed a case of trespass, but the court held that the defendant club is not liable as it amounts to ejectment because re-entry, they have got a right. It is their property. This man can stay till they admit him, till they allow him. But if they refuse, definitely he has to come out. This is what is decided. Then action for ejectment. Suppose if it is a simple man, he will go out. If he is a gunda or if an influenced man, if it is not possible for you, that's why specific relief act is there. So you can file a civil case under section 6 of the specific relief act 1963. Of course, so many sections are there in specific relief act. This relates to civil matter. Then sometimes they will stay there, they will enjoy the property. Suppose if I got 6 or 7 acres of land, somebody encroaches, somebody trespasses land, he will cultivate something and he will get so much of profit also. So what to do? So if you study the CPC in the final year, we will tell you all these things. This is what is called collection of mesne profits. We have to pronounce it as mean profits, MESNE. That means the profits gained unlawfully by remaining in another's portion or another's property. So if you are able to prove the court that he has been in the unlawful enjoyment of the particular land for 4 or 5 years, and if you file a case of actually compensation of mesne profits, the court will appoint a commission. They will decide as to how much of property has to be given, and you will be allowed a share in the mesne profits. Because normally, so when the man is cultivating, he will make some expenses. The amount will be cut, only the profits will be given to you. So a lot of disturbance will be there. Suppose that man says, I have spent so much of amount. You say that so much of amount. So the court will appoint a commissioner or an inquiry will be conducted and give it to you. It's a elaborate civil process, but please remember, you have got a right to claim the so-called mean profits. Suppose another thing, it is quite common. distress, damage, pheasant. So this is very simple. Distress damage means to avoid the distress and to avoid the damage. Yes, you have got a right to hold the animals into your custody. So, for example, it authorizes a person to seize the trespassing cattle, which can be detailed until the payment of compensation. Normally, this will be done by the village panchayat people, and you can also do it. Suppose if some others cattle stray into your land and they will eat away the crop, then what you do? You can impound them. You can take to the cattle shed, you can impound them, and till they pay compensation, they can be impounded this year. Of course, these are all simple remedies. Whether they will be followed in letter and spirit is a different thing, but please remember the remedies are also more important to be known. So that's why please make a note of all these things also. Thank you very much.